That's not a fair question. The question should be Northwestern or Harvard, because that's where they're both going to die.
Quick question for quick question to you, and then Jeremy, I'll go ahead and ask both of them. When Jeremy took off in New York last year, did you have to resist the temptation to chew anybody out for not making a decision on him here in Houston? And Jeremy, can you talk a little bit about that night in Houston? That night, it was Christmas Eve, if I'm not mistaken. Your thoughts, what you did? I mean, just to put it in context of what's going on here today.
Yeah, I mean, that was an emotional time. It was around Christmas, but you know, at that time I had really wanted to stay, and I had been here, and I was comfortable with the sets, and been through the training camp. But everything happens for a reason, and you know, I'm very excited that they were committed to bringing me back, and I'm excited to be back.
It's always difficult when you've obviously made an error, and we made an error by letting him go, and I think we've rectified it now.
Wes, in your article with Jonathan Fagan yesterday, that interview, you said you and Daryl are still in pursuit of the big man. If that doesn't happen, would you be content with Jeremy, Chandler, Montiunas, the young draft picks, and just going forward there and then seeing what happens around the trading deadline?
I think it's stupid to be content. I don't think you should ever be content. So we're always trying to do better at all times. If Daryl was the kind of guy who was content, he wouldn't be here. So that's how we always look at things.
Daryl, as well, you guys have, this organization has dealt with this, has been in this situation 10 years ago and for many of the years since. Can you describe what value there is in that, what advantages maybe towards the organization, but also for the basketball side that might come with this kind of spotlight as you had before?
Well, I think the spotlight's important. I think we're going to be probably on national TV now because of Jeremy, and I think free agents want to be on teams that are in the national spotlight. So I think from a basketball standpoint, it will really improve our negotiations with many, many free agents.
Jeremy, how disappointed were you in Carmelo and JR's comments? And do you think it's fair that the players around the league talk about other people's potential contracts?
I love Carmelo and JR, and I've never had any issues with them. And you know, I don't know. I just
Bless. The partnership with the Astros and the new Comcast network starting in the fall. How is Jeremy marketability to be able to help the network, not just here locally, but regionally as well?
It probably will help.
Jeremy, back on the Knicks, have any of your former teammates talked to you recently, even after the signing, and what kind of support have they given you?
Yeah, I mean, I've spoken with almost everybody. You know, Tyson, Novak, even the guys who aren't there anymore, Jared and Landry and Barron, and you know, I think we developed a friendship and a relationship on that team this past year, and that's going to be a lifelong memory for us. And you know, we're all rooting for each other, no matter you know, where we all end up. And you know, I think that's the biggest thing about basketball is you create these lifelong friendships with your teammates.
This is for Jeremy. Hey, do you find it ironic at all that just a few years ago you were an economics major, and now some people will refer to you as a one-man economic stimulus package?
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I'm definitely not an expert. I just have a degree in it, but I have no work experience in economics.
Jeremy, a couple nights ago, one of the Houston sports stars for the Texans tweeted at you that if you needed a place to stay, Carnaval said if you needed a place to stay, you could come crash on his couch. Have you found a place to stay yet?
I haven't, but I looked at, you know, a place. Chandler showed me around the city last night and kind of showed me about potential places to live, and so, you know, I'm going to look around and see what's right, but definitely not trying to stay on any couches for the time being.
We did have a basketball goal put in for you, but I want to ask you, any other athletes in the city reach out to you as well?
No, not yet. Just Chandler. Does that count? I mean, I don't know if you mean my teammates or you mean from other teams, other sports. No, just you know, just Chandler.
Jeremy, you're coming back in a role. I mean, you're going to be the team leader. I mean, that's why you got this contract. But you were the team leader in high school. You were the team leader in college. Is there anything more daunting about this situation than maybe confronted as a young high school player than a young college player at Harvard?
No, I think you can apply. It's the same. I'm older now, and I'm on a different team, and you know, I have not a lot of experience, you know, in terms of the NBA, but I have more than some of my teammates, and I'm going to continue to learn. And you know, I have so much room for improvement, but I'm going to at the same time try to share the little bit that I've learned with my teammates and the rookies. And you know, it's going to be a collective thing, and we're going to look to Coach McHale a lot to give us a lot of guidance and leadership as well, just because he's a proven winner.
Yes, Jeremy, Michael Sparks of Calendar Magazine. What can you personally bring to the Houston Rockets and to the city of Houston?
You know, the only thing I can really promise is I'm going to give my best effort, and you know, I'm going to try my best to be a great playmaker, a great decision maker. I'm going to try my best to be a humble leader and to serve my teammates. And you know, that's what I'm trying to. That's my goal. And you know, I want to get better as a player, and I want this team to get better. And you know, we're going to put our best foot forward.
Jeremy, the All-Star Game will be here in 2013. What would it mean to you to possibly be able to be Houston's representative? And Yao Ming, you hope to get some of those votes that Yao Ming got so much from China. You know, you're not worried about it.
You know. I just want our team to win and make the playoffs, and that's really what you know, I care about, and that's what this team cares about. That's what Coach McHale cares about, and so Mr. Alexander and Daryl care about. And so we would just really want to make sure that we're doing everything to win, and you know, let everything else take care of itself.
Follow up with you what it would mean to have that All-Star Game here and have a star of that magnitude to represent the city and the Rockets here for that game.
To tell you the truth, I really care more about what Jeremy just said than the All-Star Game.
Jeremy, what similarities do you see in Coach McHale's system and what he played in before, and how do you think that fits your team?
Well, I think his system is what I believe in as a basketball player, and what that is to let your defense and get stops, get rebounds, to fuel your offense and to play fast, and to get up the floor and spread the floor and to, you know, allow the ball to find the right person for the right shot. And you know, that's what I believe in. I think that's what works, and that's when you're most lethal as a team, is when you're creative, you open it up, and you just you know, let everything happen naturally.
Daryl, we got a sense for 10 years of the pressure that Yao was under and faced. If this will be similar to that, if we're getting a sense of that, what can the organization do to deal with that, and how do you feel Jeremy can or not needs to do to handle that?
Well, I wasn't here for the start of that, obviously here in the middle. I think obviously there's pressure every year. Every year we want to become the best team we can be. We're not satisfied where we've been recently. We feel like with Jeremy as one of our team leaders, along with the rest of the young group we have, and Chandler's here today, that we can continue to improve. And you know, all we can do is work hard every day on becoming better players, and myself trying to make acquisitions that hopefully get us to the next level.
Jeremy, can you kind of talk about and summarize your time here in December and maybe how that helped you, the ups and downs, how that helped you grow maybe as a player, as an individual, as an adult, you know, just kind of summarize that time?
Yeah, just, you know, one of the tough things is uncertainty, and I didn't know how long I would be around here the first time, but, you know, just learning to, you know, fight and battle and persevere through adversity and uncertainty. And, you know, I think that's helped me, that will help me, you know, learning that lesson will help me with everything in life.
Jeremy, I know you've been spending the summer in Palo Alto with your family. Just talk about kind of how they've been advising you while you're laying out your options this summer.
You know, my family is obviously my support system, and, you know, they just want to support me with whatever happens and support any of my decisions that I make. And it's always nice to have family around, and I'm very close with my family, and so to have that love and support is huge.
Jeremy, can you talk about your plan from now to October? Because I know you have plans to go to Asia. Can you talk about them? Yeah,
I'm just going to be training, working out, and then go to Asia and train there and do some things and obligations that I have to do over there, and then come back and get ready for training camp.
Hi, Jeremy. Peter Wayne from TV. You got a lot of fame, not only in Taiwan, China, but also in Chinese community in the States. They love you, so that's the reason why they love Knicks. And right now you are with the Rockets, and they love the Rockets right now. So how do you feel about it? Because you really do have a lot of fans.
I'm just humbled. The support that I've gotten from Asian fans, whether it's in the U.S. or overseas, has been off the charts, and it's not necessarily something that I may deserve, but to be able to have all of them supporting me is just awesome. I can't wait to be able to start playing basketball and to really get the season going.
Jeremy, do you feel like you've downgraded coming from New York when you had 2 stars to where now you'll be the star of the team?
Do I feel like, sorry, can you?
Downgraded from the team. From the team that you come from New York and having 2 stars to the Rockets, where you'll be the star.
I'm excited to be here, and if I didn't believe in this organization, I wouldn't be here. And so I think we're going to build this team, and we're going to compete, and we're going to win games, and that's my goal, and that's how I envision it. And I want to be able to help this team in whatever way I can.
Jeremy, you say you need to improve, obviously. I mean, and any player would say that. Can you get into a little inside ball stuff on what you want to work on?
Yeah, definitely. I want to be able to. The first thing is to be able to get my muscles, my legs, to be able to withstand a whole season completely healthy, and to not lose any speed or explosiveness, not to let fatigue affect my play. I want to get much better everything with my left hand, whether it's passing, finishing, driving left, making decisions while going left, mid-range game, my catch and shoots. I think there's a lot of different things. If you break down my stats, if you really get into advanced stats about how I played last year, I think there's a lot of different ways I can improve, and those are some.
Jeremy, the criticism that we've heard is that you were in a Mike D'Antoni system, you did it for less than 30 games. When you hear those criticisms, what do you take from that, and what do you think of it?
Well, I know what I need to get better at as a player, and I've spent a lot of time breaking down film and stats from last year, and they're right. I haven't done this for a long time. I still have a lot to prove. I still have a lot to do to become established, and I'll be the first to admit it. But there's in terms of criticism, it's just I try to make sure I focus on what I feel like I need to get better at, and what my coaches want me to get better at.
Time for a few more.
Jeremy, you mentioned your advanced stats. What are your thoughts on the Rockets' use of those different metrics? And they've been at the forefront of that. Do you have an opinion on that?
Well, I think it's very innovative, a different way to break things down and to look at the game and look at a player's impact. And I think numbers don't tell the whole story, but they do tell a big part of it. And that's in terms of learning. For myself and getting better, that's stats is a big way, where I can kind of see where my holes are as a player.
Did you use that at all in your presentation to
they talked about a couple other players and what they've researched with their stats, but it wasn't like a big part of the pitch.
Daryl, were the fewer number of games less relevant to you because you would